Get ready to match the stars. Edward Asner, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Julie London, Richard Dawson, and Fannie Flagg as we play the star-studded big money match game 75. And now here's the star of match game 75, Gene Rivers.
Thank you, Johnny Olson and friends. Are you all quite ready?
Yeah.
Yes, all ready? Well, let's get right on it. If we have an emergency, we'll call on you. All right, are you ready? Are you standing by?
Yes, dear.
Splendid, my dear. All right, let's say hello to Dorothy Sybil and Edith Sprinkle. Seibel. Dorothy Seibel. Seibel. Dorothy's won 4 games. She has $12,600. And as you can see, she's still a little dewy-eyed from yesterday.
Yeah.
And she's being challenged by Edith Sprinkle. They both have their first round questions, and we got a pitcher's duel going. Zip to zip there. I don't want to say these two ladies are dumb, but I'm only kidding. How could she be dumb? She won $12,600, right?
Right.
All right. Round 2, final round coming up in a moment or so, but right now this. Watch carefully. Ready to go, round 2, final round in this game. Edith, you want A or B?
I think I'll take B this time.
All right, just made up your mind on the spur of the moment, right? Everybody plays. When Cheap Charlie went bald, he didn't buy a toupee. Instead, Cheap Charlie put blank on his head. That's what happened. When Cheap Charlie went bald, he didn't buy a toupee. Instead, Cheap Charlie put blank on his head.
Cheap? Are you saying
cheap? Yes, I'm saying cheap. El Cheapo Charlie.
El Cheapo Charlie.
Charlie the cheapskate went bald.
Not
Did
Charlie
not buy.
over here. He
No,
spent
he's a big-
$10,000 on
Right.
his hair, $7,500 on his teeth. Heaven knows what he spent on his body.
Hi, honey.
Hello, darling.
You notice Brett's very depressed today.
Why is she depressed?
Well, she did a bicentennial minute, and they called her and told her they've cut it to 10 seconds. It was on Aaron Burr.
What does that say?
Says America the Beautiful.
Boy, I'll say.
the country has never been in such good shape?
Yes. I'm trying to figure out what the design is.
Well, I have a piece of the rock.
Oh, that's nice. All right. Edith. When Cheap Charlie went bald, he didn't buy a toupee. Instead, Cheap Charlie put blank on his head. Now imagine this bald-headed man. He's a penurious man. He's a cheapskate. And instead of buying a toupee, he put blank on his head.
Grass.
Grass? And the kids followed him all over town. All right, what do you say?
Well, how are you, Gene?
Yeah.
How's the kids?
Good, fine.
Good,
Everything's
glad to
grand.
hear
Everything
that.
okay with you, Ed?
Oh, fine,
okay,
fine.
I'll see you
Top of
around,
the
Ed. Oh, no, we got some business.
Concerning Cheap Charlie, I
Yeah.
felt that following his cheapness, and since fur is very similar to our top covering, I felt that he would put that on.
A hare. Oh, a furry rabbit.
Was
Yeah.
that sweet?
Yeah, that was. Red, what'd you say?
I'm not crazy about any of the questions this week. And I'm particularly not crazy about many of the answers.
Listen, they're going to get worse, so
You suppose?
hang in there.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what we say in Maine when somebody's cheap.
What?
We say he's as tight's the bark to the tree.
Tight as bark to the tree.
Back
right.
to the tree. I put a little black paint on his head, but I
Black
crossed out the
paint.
blank.
No,
and-
paint is good.
Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
that's a very good answer.
How come you
Charles.
didn't like hair?
Hair was fine.
Thanks. Go on.
Charles.
You're just saying that because he has his own show.
Couldn't I sit somewhere down there or over on the other side?
Yes, would you make room for
I
Charles?
chose Brillo pads.
Brillo pads. It's a very imaginative answer, I think. Edith Sprinkle is looking for grass on Cheap Charlie's head. What do you say, Julie?
Well, a lot of people are looking for grass, but
Yeah.
I said a cat.
He put a cat on his head.
Did he let her in his mouth?
Yeah. And away we go. All right, Richard.
If
we're
he
up
was
to you.
really cheap,
He was cheap.
Yeah, he wouldn't put grass because that would, wear out and need cultivation. He'd put astroturf or something like that.
That's
wouldn't
right.
he?
Yeah.
But I thought he was really cheap and put black shoe polish.
Black shoe polish. That would do it. All right. Fannie.
I'm mad for bald-headed Ben.
What are you looking at me for?
Kidding. No, I knew him, and he put 3 holes in his head and went bowling.
You're crazy. Okay. Well, Edith, it's a hard game, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Well, I reiterate, we really got a tight game going here. Now, Dorothy, 1 is all you need to win. Ready?
Yes.
Judy said, my butcher is horrible. He puts his thumb on the scale. And Jane said, that's nothing. My butcher puts his blank on the scale. Write it down. What do I care? Come on. Okay. Right. All right.
Oh, well.
Brett and Edward are writing their answers now.
I
so
could have finished, but I wouldn't
I'll
want to
start
make Ed
walking
feel
over here and
inferior
call
on
on
his
Dorothy. By the
first trip
time I
on the
get
show.
to here, by the time my foot reaches here, they
Well,
will
Mother
finish.
did that for me.
No, they didn't. All right. What did you write? The Dead Sea Scrolls, or edit them, or something like that, Edward? Okay.
Very perceptive.
Yes. Dorothy. Judy said my butcher is horrible. He puts his thumb on the scale. And Jane said that's nothing. My butcher puts his blank on the scale.
His, Fannie?
His Fannie.
I don't even know him.
Well, Edward, what did you say? Were you that daring?
I didn't want to resort to anything tawdry, knowing
Right.
that this was your show.
High-class show.
Yes. So I figured how to top the thumb, and I figured that the butcher might have done this.
Thumb with his mouth around it. He put his head around
Yes,
his head.
it's another way of saying that.
Yes. No, that's not a bad answer. That's not bad at all. Put his head on the scale. That was
Wrong.
No, I'll bet that. Weren't you expecting them to say something like that? Yes, see, the judge says yes.
Ah,
There. See,
how
okay,
easily they can be fooled.
Now, you're up, Brett.
It seems he's going rapidly downhill. I said he put his whole arm on the scale.
His whole arm on the scale. She's looking for the answer Fannie, Charles.
When the ovation dies down from Brett's brilliant answer, I will try to be heard over the ovation. Stomach!
On the scale, okay. Jane said that's nothing. My butcher puts his blank on the scale. And Dorothy said Fannie. What do you say?
Foot.
Foot. Okay. Thumb, foot. All right. And Richard, we're up to you. We're looking for a Fannie.
Well, I happen to have one right here.
Yeah.
Anything else you're looking for?
Yes. Well, when the bells start ringing, we'll know we will have found the right one.
I see. No, this butcher put his wife on the scale.
His wife on the scale.
A wonderful human
All
being.
right. Fannie, will you make the bells ring?
I've been told that.
Fannie, I want to tell your mother on you. You're getting so racist.
You really are.
No. Now, I'd like to take this opportunity, America. My name is spelled Fannie, and the other is Fanny.
Congratulations to you. Stand by for a moment or so. We're going to talk to Edith Sprinkle. We've got some gifts for you, Edith. It was a pleasure meeting you, my dear.
Pleasure being here.
Thank you very much. Edith Sprinkle, ladies and gentlemen. While she's spinning off, we'll spin these messages for you, and then you come back and see how she does. Here we are. Dorothy's up here for her 5th time. She now has $12,700. Let's see, if she goes, adds another what? Let's see, 5,500 she could win here. What would that make? 7, 4, 11, 12. Okay, the one
Nearly
had to be...
$14,000.
That would be, no, that would be how much? $18,200. Okay, let's find out if Dorothy goes all the way. Now, don't cry, Dorothy. We polled a recent studio audience, Dorothy, and we got their best response to this. Better blank. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. You know, if you match the middle one, you get $250, and if you match the bottom one, you get $100. Whom do you call on for a little assist here?
Charles.
Charles Nelson Reilly. Really? No, Reilly.
Better late than never.
All right.
Fannie.
Better luck next time.
Two answers got lukewarm applause.
And Richard.
Pardon?
The third is the most difficult position, and it's hard to come up with an answer when you're
Yes,
calling.
well, I shall think of one. Better living through chemistry.
That's the DuPont slogan. That's a very well-known slogan.
Right, and I hope to hear from
bonds.
Mr.
There's a lot
DuPont
of
very
terrific-
soon.
Better buy bonds.
Better
that's
days. They're all
Better days. All right. Now listen, you've heard a lot of answers here. The three official ones: better late than never, better living through chemistry, better luck next time. You can choose one of those, or if you got a better idea, a better idea, you can choose.
Could you say those over? I'm really...
Sure. Better living through chemistry, better luck next time, and what was the last one?
Better late than never.
Better late than never.
Is there... Is...
You like that? You think better half is it? It's
I
up
must
to
say,
you.
I think they're
Well,
better
then
than
you
any
give out the
weekend.
Kleenex.
Now, you got to give us an answer right now, Dorothy.
Isn't there a Better Business Bureau?
Better Business Bureau? Yeah. You want to say that? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your choice?
Yeah.
Better Business Bureau is what she wants. Let's find out if it's up there. She's on her own. She rejected our celebrities' answers, and she chose the Better Business Bureau.
Yes.
Let's see if she's right or wrong. We are looking for that answer. Here is the $100 response. Better Business Bureau. Congratulations. You got it right off the bat. Yeah. Richard thinks the audience is going to be right with their suggestion of better half. And that, I must say, now that I hear it, audience, you really
This one will be better
came up with a good
quarter.
answer there. Let's see what's $250. Better half. Better luck next time.
Better not.
I really thought better half was going to be up there. What?
I'm waiting for my applause. Open it up.
You think it's going to be better late than never? All right, Earl, slide it. Better late than never. No, listen, that was really, I think that was a very hard one.
It's
I really
over.
do. And I think you did very well to get $100 out of it. You're up to $12,800. You're going to play for 10 times that amount now, or 1,000. Remember, you have to match one of them exactly.
Richard, please.
Okay,
Better answers through chemistry.
stand there, face me. Richard will write his response to this. If you're ready, sir, here we go for $1,000. Blank test. T-E-S-T. Or blank test. I'll give you both accents on both words. Blank test or blank test. Now he's finished. We need your response, Dorothy, which you think will match his. What do you say to that? Blank test.
You know, I can only think of one thing, and that's where I am, at a contest.
At a contest.
Contest.
All right. Can't think of anything. Well, she drew a blank there. So, all right, contest is her answer, which says they'll match you for $1,000.
Well,
You win some, you lose some.
yeah.
I suspect you're going to lose this one, but one never knows. Richard?
There's so many, isn't there?
There are, yeah.
Screen test,
Screen test is one.
Wasserman test.
Is yeah, of course.
They're all legitimate tests.
Yes, right.
Rabbit test.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
sure.
I said driving test.
Driving or driver's test. That's a very good one. And a very common one, too.
But she can still
So
give you
Dorothy
a-
now has $12,800. She kisses Richard for giving her a losing answer, and we give you this message. Come right back.
That's okay, Dorothy.
Here we are. We're ready to carry on, start a brand new game. To do that, we're very pleased to present a new player. So let's welcome John McDonald. All right, John. Now, this lady's won a lot of money.
I know.
And you're going to try and knock her off, right?
That's right. That's
okay, John. Tell us where you're from and all that.
I'm from Hollywood. I was raised in a town called Grand Haven, Michigan. I'm married, and my wife is 5 months pregnant. I work in a film exchange, and I'm an artist.
And how long you been married, John?
3 years.
Okay, good luck to you here.
I was going to say 3 months.
Here we go, John. We ask you to make your selection.
A.
A it is. Everybody plays. Mr. Robot said, "When I come home after a hard day's work, Mrs. Robot knows just what to do. She blanks my nuts and bolts."
Well, now that's more like it.
Do you understand me? No. Oh.
But I already have mine.
When I come home after a hard day's work, Mrs. Robot knows what to do. She blanks my nuts and bolts.
Blank my nuts, blank my bolts.
You are a weirdo.
You really are a robot, aren't you?
Yes,
Not in Encino, though.
my battery is running down. Hello, John. When I come home after a hard day's work, Mrs. Robot knows just what to do. She blanks my nuts and bolts.
She oils.
Oil. That's his answer. Oils my nuts and bolts.
Before I leave, Gene,
You're leaving.
I just want to say I really appreciate you having me on your show.
And you tried.
And I did try, and I just wondered why you never have me to your house.
Because you do just as badly there.
You heard?
You've heard. No.
Well, I figure that any form of preventive maintenance is certainly worthwhile. And with nuts and bolts, there's nothing wrong with Mrs. Robot.
Tightening is a good answer. I wouldn't feel too bad about that.
I don't.
You know, when he comes home. That's not bad. Brett, what'd you say?
I'm extremely concerned.
Yes.
I said Titans.
Oh.
You're as dumb as me.
Now, there's one that could be a little better than that, but that's an acceptable answer. Charles?
As usual, the correct answer.
The oils. Yeah, thank you. That's one for John. Now, Julie, he says she oils his nuts and bolts.
Well, I figured if he wants to relax, that she would unscrew them.
Unscrew his nuts and bolts. Well, that would make him a little looser and relaxed. Yes, that's okay.
Brett said that's a very good answer.
Yes, that is a very good answer. Loosens him up a little bit. Richard?
John McDonald?
Yes. John McDonald, right.
You deserve a break today.
Look how positive I was.
Yeah.
That's how positive I was, that it was the correct answer.
Right.
Well, of course, it would be
Go that way. Zlyo. What did you say, Fannie?
3 Big Macs, hold the pickles. Oils.
Oil! That's not bad for first round, buddy. That's pretty good. Dorothy, this is yours. Out at home, old lady Perkins said, I'm beginning to worry about old man Periwinkle. He hasn't blanked in 4 weeks. That's what Mrs. Perkins said.
How old was Mr. Periwinkle?
Oh, he's 87.
87?
Come this January, 87.
Okay.
Beginning to worry about him. He hasn't blanked in for
Yes,
everybody.
you're supposed to answer because you didn't get the last one right.
Everybody
Did
does.
I hear the question a little projected there?
I'm beginning to worry about old man Periwinkle. He hasn't blanked in 4 weeks. They just gave us
speed-up signal.
Do you know what that means, honey?
By the way, I just want to say how much I enjoyed you yesterday on Tattletales.
Oh, but today, if you'll watch today...
Even better?
Oh, I'm even better today.
Well, then take
And-
my advice, watch it, because
And you
it
know
was
who's
excellent.
even better than I am?
I know who that is, Helen, your
Helen,
wife.
my wife, because
She was always better than you, Jane.
Dorothy, out at the home, old lady Perkins says, I'm beginning to worry about old man Periwinkle. He hasn't blanked in 4 weeks.
Oh, boy. He
Gave you all this time to think about it, and now you haven't got any what?
Well, he hasn't wet? Where am I getting these answers from?
All right. That's it. That's her answer, whatever it was. I didn't hear it, but they've got a record of it somewhere.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll make this quick. We got the speed-up signal.
Yeah, we
Gene.
did get the speed-up signal.
Periwinkle is a flower, so
Right.
I would think that it was a pet flower.
He hasn't blossomed in 4 weeks, whatever that
Oh,
means.
that's a sweet answer,
Sweet,
isn't
Brett.
it? I was a little more primitive.
No
I
explanation,
said,
just show and
hasn't
tell.
made a pass at me in
Hasn't
4
made a
weeks.
pass at me. That's very good there.
Hasn't made whoopee.
Hasn't made whoopee in 4 weeks. And you, my dear,
Made love.
has made love in 4 weeks.
The old hamburger hasn't moved anything in 4 weeks.
All right, Fannie.
That's because he couldn't breathe.
He hasn't breathed in 4 weeks. Okay, 3-0 to score at the end of round 1. Now this message. Are you in focus? Okay. Goodbye. G. Rayburn here. So long.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 75, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.